In the 21st century, our world needs qualitatively new financial instruments. We need to combine efforts of the UN member states in order to create a supranational council, and which should be relevant to the target task of sustainable development and prosperity. Second, in the year of the 70th anniversary of the atomic bombs Hiroshima and Nagasaki, I urge that a world nuclear weapons should be become I propose that we adopt Universal Declaration of the United Nations to achieve a world free nuclear weapons. Kazakhstan was the first country in history to close a nuclear test site to renounce the world's fourth largest nuclear arsenal, and which has contributed to creation of nuclear-free weapons, nuclear-free zones, and there is need to establish nuclear-free zones in other regions in the Middle East. Nuclear powers must provide that guarantee of the non-use of to all countries which renounced in 2013, we initiated 2 rounds of talks Almaty on the Uranium Nuclear Weapon Forum. It's essential to guarantee the right of states to peaceful nuclear energy and access nuclear fuel, and we supported and signed establishment of the international ban of the nuclear weapons in Kazakhstan, EIE. This is an event of global significance. The world should acknowledge an important measure for saving peaceful over atom. Now, some countries need to nuclear weapons, and every person must contribute to nuclear test bans. Third, the dangerous challenge for us in international law, weakening of the global institutions, the UN Charter, and any violation, in particular in ensuring the territorial integrity of the states, leads of humanity, and repeating target mistakes in the past. It's necessary to prevent arbitrary imposition of sanctions of all states. I convinced that the international sanctions will be save life of million people. The foundation I would like to stress there is no as a universal organization, United Nations as a universal organization, compliance by countries with the international obligations who remains the thing. Kazakhstan advocated of peaceful implementation of the conflicts of the UN. Today, every effort to restore dialogue, mutual understanding, I propose to convene into 20 to reform the basic international law. The first, the terrorist, I propose under the establishment of the UN, international terrorism, and it's necessary to develop a comprehensive document of the United Nations to combat terrorism. In support of the UN initiative called Sustainable Energy for All, we will have in Astana 2017 in Expo Energy Future. This exhibition, Energy Future. I suggest opening in Astana International Nuclear Bans colleagues. I realizing 2045 Global Strategic Initiative Plan could be the development under the UN prospects and new prospect and the new concept. We need to go to the next stage of the humanities of the UN. The nuclear Kazakhstan has been making all continued military efforts to boring resolutions of nuclear weapons in Eurasia. And all of the participants of these 17 sessions, ladies and gentlemen, 70 years ago, when the United Nations was established, League of in Geneva and in New York, this was connected the fight of nuclear weapons and international affairs was in 21st century. Our world has changed. In the 21st century, the center of the growth is moving to Asia, the world's largest continent where two-thirds population live and concentrated. Asian economic development relies some international documents. I propose considering to transfer UN headquarters to Asia. And I'm hopeful that Kazakhstan initiatives will be expedient. Thank you for attention.